I am so excited. It's August 1st, which means it is time to update my project pan, and July went amazing, so I can't wait for August. So let's talk about the progress from July heading into August. We have some rollouts. We're going to be rolling new products in. We have some empties. So let's just get right into this. I am so excited. So just as a little reminder, or if you're new here, my main goal for my makeup collection is to finish as much makeup that I have now as I can before November. I'm getting married next year. We're going to be doing my own makeup. I'm going to be using my own products. And I'm going to be doing a big Sephora haul at the sale in November. So I'm really just trying to use up as much as I possibly can right now before I bring in new items, and I am on a roll. So let's get into it. Got my notes here. This is not 100% accurate. I did miss a few uses. And just a reminder, I started this project in the middle of June. So it's from the middle of June and all of July. So the first product we're going to talk about is the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. So on the 7th use of this, I hit pan, but I used this a total of 27 times. And I am so excited about the progress that I have made with this product here. There's pan. There's so much used up from the sides of it. I'm happy I'm focusing on it because I do want to try a Huda Beauty color correcting product that they have. So I'm really just trying to use this as much as I can, but not just that. This is amazing for day to day for me. I just love it for days where I'm not wearing makeup or days where I'm wearing barely any makeup or a full face. I love this. So this is going to continue to be in my project in August. The pan's going to expand, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be using quite a bit of it up in August. So this here did a phenomenal job. We hit pan on, and it is staying for another month. The next item we're going to talk about is the Nars bronzer. So this is in Laguna, and I used this 14 times, and I feel like I did an incredible job. So there is like a dip in it. I don't know if it's going to show on camera, and there is a lot of usage on the side walls where you're able to start seeing a lot of the actual pan of the walls. There's no pan in the middle of the product yet, but I feel like I am getting there. I really want to use this up by the end of the year for sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but that is what I'm sticking to with this. Like, I'm motivated to finish this by the end of the year, and looking at it, like, there's so much usage on it. I feel like it can be any day until I hit pan. I use this as a bronzer, but I also use it as an eyeshadow. So I'm really trying to finish this one just so I can roll it out of my collection. It's one of my smaller ones. I feel like it would be such an accomplishment to finish one. I have a lot of bronzers, but not just that. I know I'm going to be bringing in a couple more because I do want to try at least another one or two out before my wedding. That's a better tone for me. So anyway, this here, I got 14 uses out of it. I'm doing really good on it. I hope to hit pan on it in August. The Too Faced eyeshadow palette that I have been working on for 7 years now. I am like literally in awe of how much usage I've been able to get out of this palette, and I have made the decision on what I'm going to do with it, but let me share with you the progress. So I used this 23 times, and look at what is left. I only have that side left. I can't believe it. I'm kind of in shock. Like, I don't even know if the camera is doing it justice on how much is left, but I honestly can see myself being done with this in like a week or two. So this here, I can't wait to finish the shade because I'd like to roll this palette out of my collection. I've been saying that for a long time. I didn't want to bring any new palettes in my collection until I finish that shade. The reason why is because the remainder of the tones, especially these four, they just don't work for me. The brown doesn't like blend out well for me. And then these two shimmer shades, they're just not my favorite. Not just that, I'm kind of over the scent of it. It's kind of like a spicy holiday spice type of scent, and I have really sensitive eyes, and sometimes it's just a little too much. Not just that though, my sister has a ton of events coming up in August and September and even into next year. So I'd like to just clean this up and pass this along to her. And if she can use it, great. If one of her friends can use it, great. But I am going to be done with this palette. Again, I have worked on that single shade for 6 to 7 years now, and I am almost done it. And I found what I'm going to be replacing it with. I want to replace it with the new Urban Decay Naked palette. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it has like creams, shimmers, mattes. It's like almost a face palette too. And I've been really wanting a new eyeshadow palette for 4 years now. The last one that I personally bought myself was the Naked Wild West. So I really determined to finish this so I can roll it out, and then I can bring a new one in eventually and then start working on another palette. But I am so incredibly happy about the progress that I made on this. I seriously think like 2 more weeks and then we'll be done. Let's talk about something that I'm going to be changing my goal on just a little bit. So this is the Nars blush here, and my original goal was I wanted to like finish it. I had hard pan on it, I scraped it, and I've been using it, well, I don't want to say quite a bit. I used it 11 times in the month of July, and I almost feel like I don't even see any progress on it at all compared to my other product. I don't really understand why, because this has been like the only blush that I've been focusing on using. This one here, I'm changing my goal a little bit. I'm keeping it in my project until like January, but my goal is going to be to just try and hit pan on it. My original goal was to finish it because I thought I was a lot further along than I am. But I feel like this one's going to take me a long time, and not just that, like there was a lot of hard pan on it, so I'm not sure if there's going to be more hard pan. So I don't know. This might be one where I work on it until January, and then maybe I'll see if there is like more hard pan and kind of go from there. But we're going to keep it in here. We're going to try and hit pan on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach that goal, but we'll see. Here's a good one. The Tarte highlight. So I actually threw this in here on a whim at the beginning of my project because I actually was using this on my own outside of my project pan and thinking that I could get some usage on it this year without putting it in my project, so that next year I could work on it and just finish the whole palette. I actually hit pan on this product without it being in my project pan. So here's how we're looking so far. I'm working on the highlight and it is going extremely well. I have expanded the pan so much, and the product around the pan is so thin. I use this as a body glow, sometimes a highlight, but mostly a body glow because this highlight is not good. It falls out and it's so loosely like packed in there that it makes a really big mess. So I'm just using it on my body, and I've been liking to use it that way. I'll use it from time to time on my face, but I do really want to bring in a better quality highlight, so I'm really just trying to finish this one. I use this approximately 25 times. I almost feel like I use it more, but I try and use it every day, at least on my neck, my arms, my hands, my chest. Like I have been trying to just use it up, and I also like that too because then I'm not having to go out and buy specific like body glitter, body glow, or anything like that. So this has been in my project. I'm doing really good. I don't see myself being done with it next month, but I do see myself being like halfway done or more than halfway done it next month. Like I have a feeling that this is going to be gone by like November. I think it might be done a little bit sooner, but it's not like next month it's going to be done. I don't think. But I guess we'll see. My next item, this is so bittersweet for me because right now this is my perfect shade, and I have our engagement photo shoot session coming up, so I will need to buy myself a new foundation, but that's okay. I'm working through everything that I have right now. There's a few spots in my collection that I do need to pick up some products, but I'm trying to hold off. So I ended up using quite a bit of my foundation. I used it 10 times in the month of July. There were so many times where I wanted to do a full face of makeup, but I've just been trying to stretch it out and not use it up too quickly because I'm really trying to not buy any makeup, hair care, skincare until the middle or the end of August. So I just did basic makeup. I used everything else other than a foundation. So I was there at the middle of June. I am now down to here and I only have that much left. Honestly, I could see myself finishing that so quickly. So this here I know is going to be rolled out for sure for August, but for right now, I am just enjoying it. I have a feeling I would pick this up again if they have it in a lighter shade or the same shade, but if they have a lighter shade, I would love this for the winter. But yeah, this here I absolutely loved. I just had to watch how much I was using it. I don't want to run out of foundation too early, so I've just been trying to use it for days where I really, really want a full face of makeup and days where I can get away with just like concealer, eye brightener, and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing. Okay, let's turn the paper over and talk about something very exciting. So I have an empty, well, okay, let's be a little bit honest. It's like 95% empty. So I started off with it in my project pan there where the blue line is, and I am now down to like right here. I can't finish this because it is so expired that it is now getting very chunky. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't smell good. There's like hard bits of product coming out of it. And not just that, I tried to use it on like my cuticles because I've heard people doing that as well. And it doesn't feel good anymore. So I am considering this an empty. I finished like 95% of it. Honestly, it would have only taken me like another week to finish it, but it has gone so bad that it's like no longer good to. I had at least 35 uses on this within like a month and a half. I probably used it closer to 50 times. I was using it because I wanted it rolled out, and we did roll it out, and I am going to be rolling in something in its place. I'm going to share that with you at the end of the video. Let's talk about the e.l.f. highlight because I needed to do something. I took off the sponge, and I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or a bad idea, but I had to take the sponge off of it because I hated the way it felt, and I hated the way it applied highlight, and I felt like I could never get the amount that I wanted to, and I just didn't like it. So anyway, I took the sponge off, and I started the month off by marking it up here. But now I'm gonna have to start marking it from like the bottom because I have to keep it upright so that the product doesn't spill out. I don't know if because I took the sponge off, if it's gonna dry out faster, if it's gonna change the formula. So this is just going to be in here until it's like no more good or until I finish it. The other thought that I had was if I finish the powder highlight, I could start using this as a body highlight as well. I used this 11 times in the month of July, so I'm just going to continue to use it in the month of August. I do like this, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I just haven't been able to find that like really good go-to highlight yet. So I'm really just trying to finish this up. And I honestly feel like now that I have the stopper out, I'm going to want to reach for it more. There were so many times where I didn't want to reach for it because I just didn't like that sponge. So yeah, anyway, I used this 11 times. We're going to continue to keep using this. I could see myself being able to like actually press down and get some of the air out by August. So I could see there being good progress by August. All right, my e.l.f. setting powder. I did so good on my e.l.f. setting powder. My main goal is just to finish this by, I'm trying to get this like nice flat and even here to show you. My main goal with this is to finish this by January so that I can start using my other two powders that I have. And I also really, really, really want to find myself like a really good powder for my wedding day. And because we're in the summer right now, I like a more glowy look. So I am just trying to finish this. So I started the month off here and now I am down to there. I could see myself probably having another month or two with this. I finished my nice dewy setting spray from NYX. I got a Maybelline one. I don't like it. We'll talk about that very soon. But I don't have a good day-to-day setting spray, so I've just been using a lot of setting powder, and that's been working for me, and I've been able to get a lot of usage out of it. So I could see myself finishing this within a month or two, and once I do, I'm really excited because then I can start trying out the other two powders that I have and start trying to find like that good setting powder for my wedding day. So I'm keeping her for August. The next one is the e.l.f. contour. So I've been doing a really good job with this contour here. It is not my shade and it's not my favorite tone on me, but I started right here and I'm like down to here now. And I feel like again, next month, I'm gonna be able to have like some of the air come out of here. This one, I don't mind the sponge so much because I feel like I've been able to make a lot of progress on this. And I also had this one in my collection a lot shorter of a time than this one. Like I have had this in here for almost a year, and I think I've had this in here for like 6 months and I'm almost done it. So yeah, I honestly feel like even if the sponge is a headache, I'm going to be able to finish this really, really soon, as opposed to I knew this was going to be in here forever and I just wouldn't want to reach for it. I don't really care for this. There was another shade that looked like it would suit me a little bit better. I would consider getting it, but I really, really, really want to get like a stick contour instead of something like this. We're getting there. I honestly, like I said, feel like next month I'm going to have quite a bit of progress on it. I know I'm going to be able to finish it this year. I just really don't know when. I've got another roll out and empty. So I finished my Fenty Beauty primer. And it's so bittersweet because I absolutely love this primer. I really want to get it just to have for like my skincare routine. For days where I don't want to wear makeup, I would just love to apply this. I loved it on my face. I really, really miss it. I had 7 uses of this product and then I finished it and rolled it out. So I've now been using my e.l.f. Gripping primer, which is good, but I know I do want something hydrating from time to time. So yeah, I know I'm going to pick this up during the sale. I think I want to get like a bigger bottle of it because I like to use it more as like skincare rather than a primer. So we're rolling this out and I will share with you what we're rolling in very soon. I have my last update, which is this. Here's my last update and then we'll get into like the roll-ins, roll-out. So I have a list of all of my makeup products and it's listed from 1 through 26 because I have 26 products. I then go on Google and generate a random number and the Tarte Beauty palette was the number it picked. So I set a usage goal for 4 uses just to have some uses and I used it 11 times. So we're going to be rolling this out and I have already chosen, well, I didn't choose, Google chose, but I have a replacement for it. So let's get into the roll-ins, roll out, and I'll start with this. So we're gonna be rolling out the Tarte Beauty palette and I'm going to stick with a usage goal for this product because I like to have products that stay in here, but I also like to have things that roll out. So what rolled in was the Tarte Clay Play palette. It was kind of perfect that this got rolled in. I was almost thinking about rolling it out and choosing something else, but I'm keeping it in here for a couple of reasons. One, throughout July, I was honestly using this and then using this as a topper. So I feel like they go hand in hand. And on days where I don't want a more shimmery blush, this is perfect. This will not replace my goal of panning this. That's a thing. So I think it will be perfect for me to incorporate this blush into my project pan, especially because it's already kind of in there anyway. And not just that, my goal for next year is going to be to finish this. So I might as well get a little bit of usage out of this while I can. My usage goal, and I know it's going to be a little bit lower, but again, the main goal is just to have the rolled in product for a usage goal to roll out the next month. It's just to help keep things interesting. So my goal is going to be to use this 5 times and then next month I can roll it out and we'll pick something else to roll in. It will really help me use this at least 5 times too. So we're gonna be rolling out the Tarte Beauty palette and rolling in the Clay Play palette for the blush in Got Me Blushin' to use 5 times. And then, so I'm going to be rolling out the Essence Lip Balm and I'm going to be rolling in another Essence lip gloss that I do have some windowing and usage on. I went back and forth between this and a lip liner that I really don't care for. I don't really like the shade of this, but I can make it work with my lip liners and it's more of a summery shade as opposed to a fall shade. And I do really, really like the formula of the Essence lip glosses. I actually finished a whole one. It's just the shade that I don't like. And the other one that I finished was clear, but it was leaking. So I'm kind of nervous with this one if it's gonna leak. So that's also why it's in my project pan. But here's the shade. It's just a little too coral for me. So I like to use a lip liner and other lip products to help balance it out. So my goal is going to be to finish this. I feel like this is going to take me literally till the end of the year, but I am focusing on finishing it, and I'm actually kind of surprised at how much windowing I have of it. I'm going to be rolling out this and saying goodbye to this one and rolling in this one. I really hope I could finish it sooner than expecting, but we'll see. And then the last roll out, roll in is going to be my Fenty Beauty Primer. We're rolling her out. And I'm actually going to be rolling in my Maybelline Lasting Fix Mattifying Setting Spray. I got this on sale, I think it was at the beginning of June, when I picked up a few other products. I don't like it. It doesn't look good on my skin. It is a matte finish, so that could be why I don't like it. But whenever I wear a full face of makeup, it just doesn't look good on my skin. So the only time I can use this is when I'm not wearing makeup or when I'm wearing very, very, very light makeup. It was on sale and I spent only like $12 on it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to use it as much as I can in August or for as long as I can in August to try and just get like 12 uses. Like I have used this more than 12 times. So to me, I feel like I got like $1 per use and I'm okay. There's still a lot in here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it in my project pan and I'm going to use it as much and as often as I can to use up as much as I can. But I kind of have a feeling that when I finish this shade and I pass this along to my sister, I have a feeling I might also just pass this along to her as well because I don't like this and I don't want to hate pan. I'm going to get my money's worth, and I did get my money's worth, but I also have a little foundation that I have to give to her that's not my skin tone at all. I feel like when I give her the little foundation, once I give her this palette, I might also throw this in as well. Again, if she wants to use it, she can. If she doesn't want to, she can gift it to somebody, but I'm going to put this in for now with the intention of using it as much as I can. And when I feel like it's enough, I'll roll it out. So here's what I think we're going to be rolling out in August. I think we're going to be rolling this out. I know that I'm going to hit 5 uses on my blush. So here's 3. I also know that I'm going to be finishing my foundation. So here's my prediction. I don't know about the other ones, but I have a feeling that next month I'm going to be rolling in quite a few new products. And I honestly feel like it's going to be a really big switch. And I'm going to have like almost a whole new project pan. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you guys are doing a project pan. Let me know what you guys think I'm going to be rolling out next month. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.